Hello, everyone, and welcome to this second day of playoffs for the Montreal Overwatch League. We are here today for some exciting matches, but first of all, I will present to you my new co-caster. You know him very well by the nickname Dimmy. He's been playing in the Montreal Overwatch League for a while now. He is also a fantastic analyst, and he will join me for the playoffs tonight. How are you doing, Dimmy?
Very good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here tonight. It's my first time at the studio since the opening, so I'm pretty excited to get this
First time
underway.
at Montreal Esports?
I was here the opening, but since then, haven't been around much.
All right. So we will tell you all about our little trade secrets.
Perfect.
How we do stuff around here. First rule is don't take it too seriously. We have fun here, and we do our best to give the entertainment that the people want.
I see.
Sometimes we fail. I mean, I don't know. But most importantly, we have fun with it. Now,
Yes.
tonight's matches are so interesting, especially because, I mean, you have maybe a bit
got a
of a
little
chip in
something.
there.
A little bit.
Who knows? Maybe a bit of a bias. The analyst.
Very small one.
But before we go into the Concordia versus Beaver Riders match, that is going to be our second match of the night.
Yes.
We will talk about Rivals Gaming versus Sailor Scouts, the #1 seed of the league versus the #8 seed
Unfortunately.
of the league. This is going to be an interesting match because we have seen a lot of both teams this season.
Yes, we
And,
have.
of course, Rivals Gaming has taken every game this season, and Sailor Scouts has taken none, but I kind of hope to see more of Sailor Scouts today. They seem pretty efficient. They seem pretty efficient in the last couple of matches. They learned a lot this season. What do you think about Sailor Scouts?
They've been improving steadily. Like, we could see the progress in all their games. Unfortunately, they're still at the bottom of the bracket, but they have a big hurdle to climb tonight. So we'll see if they could do it. Maybe the new patch will help them out a little bit. I hope. Maybe it throws Rivals off guard, but it looks like we're into the map already.
Yes, we are. But before we go into this match, I want you to talk to me about this wonderful patch and maybe a bit of a Cliff's Notes of everything that happened today, because it is an important patch for the meta, and it does happen in the playoffs for the Montreal Overwatch League, but we can't escape it. It happened.
So today there was a big change with Mercy. So they changed her res the way it works. So it's not instant anymore. It's a 1.75 second channel right now. So we'll see Sailor Scouts is still playing Mercy, but Rivals has opted for Anna, who got a damage buff today. Plus 10 damage, so 70 damage on her autos.
This is going to be meaningful, especially if you are putting Jax B on the hero. That man has been one of the most important players for his team throughout the season, a force to be reckoned with, even on support. But then again, every single player on Rivals has been incredible. Sailor Scouts, really not pushovers this season, even though they didn't win a game. It is kind of an external factor of the fact that all of the teams this season for the Montreal Overwatch League were very proficient in the game. We will see how they fare right now. 5 seconds until the beginning of this map. Here we go. On the side of Sailor Scouts, we have Quake, Tachikoma, Mixie, Surly Sheep, Stargazer, and IDDQT. And on the side of Rivals Gaming, of course, the usual suspects, Alien 42, Nico, Dunks, Entol, Jax B, and Fearless. This game is underway. Nico on the offensive team right now, trying to find a pick going into the fray. Trying to take down the shield.
Pretty standard comms coming out from Rivals, but Sailor Scouts opting for an Orisa and a Roadhog on attack, which is on defense, which is a bit strange.
Hey guys, let us know about the sound of the game. This is pretty heavy on our end.
Oh boy, here we go.
Keep us updated on that. So far, Rivals Gaming doing really well, putting that payload on the first checkpoint.
Another interesting change is you can now see what boost Lucio is on, so you can see if he's on heal or speed.
We're going in on this one. Sailor Scouts trying to defend the second checkpoint. So far, so good for Rivals Gaming. They have had quite a good first checkpoint on that map.
Really quickly. So now they're going to be trying to push down this as quickly as they can. Here we go.
Nico getting a bit of damage in. Quake resurrecting Tachikoma immediately as she goes down. Stargazer, that pick for Fearless, really efficient right now. That could signify a bit of solidifying the defense.
They do have ults coming up, which could be important in holding this. Rivals only has one. They're on their way for another Genji and Nano boost combo, so here we go.
The Dragon Blade immediately put on play by Nico just as he gets it. Jaxby is going to try to defend his monkey on his side. Quake again resurrects Tachikoma as she goes down. Alien 42 is still alive and kicking. He is going to go back on the back line of his team defending. Fearless trying to get the picks. Immediately goes back up to high ground. He is going to try to take down IDDQD. Finally goes down to Dunks. That's the ultimate acting in favor of Rivals Gaming. A really good second checkpoint right now for Rivals. They are steamrolling Sailor Scouts.
Fearless kind of the unsung hero of that fight, picking out 2 crucial picks at the start of it and then cleaning up afterwards with all the support kills. So Sailor Scouts have the chance to defend this now with 2 ults up, but Rivals doesn't want that to happen at all.
And IDDQD on her way to her own ultimate. No, immediately switches. That could have been important. I mean, that damage boost, even if it is very slight, could have helped in defending that third point. And, that switch could be fatal, or it could signify a lot for Sailor Scouts as they try to defend this. Fearless trying to find the pick, activating the ultimate. He knows where everyone is. Tachikoma trying to defend herself.
Gets 2.
Boy, Alien 42 gets 2 players on a mech. Tachikoma retaliates with her own ultimate, but Alien 42 says, no way, Jose. You are going down with the Rockets. And whew, that was a fast first round for this map. Rivals Gaming runs away with this one 3-0.
4 minutes 30 still on the clock, so Sailor Scouts are going to have to pull big game out.
I mean, this is going to be difficult for Sailor Scouts. We have seen them defend themselves pretty well over the course of the season, even through their difficulties. But against Rivals Gaming, the very best team of the league, we have to consider the effects of a first round that went so fast. I mean, so far, definitely Rivals Gaming have pretty much everything going for them. A lot of Sailor Scouts' defense has been about Tachikoma getting a couple of good picks and Surly Sheep defending quite well. But we will have to see if they can make the impossible happen against Rivals Gaming.
Looks like they're switching it up a little bit, playing triple tank right now. And a Hanzo. I don't know about the Hanzo, but
maybe going for a little safe play and a bit of cheekiness going in there. Quake is going to keep Hanzo for the time being. They are still in their spawn, which means they could change that composition on a whim if they so decide to. IDDQD going for 76. Standard pick with the triple tank. What do you think of Rivals' composition? Alien going for the Junkrat?
I like the Junkrat until triple tank since it deals so much damage, and Junkrat has been all around solid these past few patches actually. And the Torbjorn also counters any trying Pharah plays or really them getting out of position, but they're countering it by a triple tank, which seems alright. But I just hope they could do enough damage to cut through Nico and Dunks, mostly.
Yeah, unfortunately for Sailor Scouts, this looks like a very good composition to counter theirs. Rivals Gaming, a lot of good anticipation and proactive play here, changing a bit of their composition to...
looks like that Hanzo was just a scout. Switch that out for a Mercy quickly. Pretty good play, but see Rivals is set up top with the Torbjorn turret, not letting anyone take that down.
Approaching the choke point rapidly right now. Rivals Gaming is going to try as much as they can to squash that offense. IDDQD still on the ground, not exactly the best position for a 76 to be in. Under the bridge right now, getting attacked. IDDQD needs to get out of there at 43 life, and boom goes the dynamite for Entol. Quake has to revive Tachikoma to defend. Surly Sheep takes down Entol. That is a good pick.
It is good. Entol had the Molten Core ready, so we can't use that. If Sailor Scouts can take advantage of this, maybe they could get the point. That's another pick.
Fearless down now. A big target completely gone from the fight. They need to capitalize on this before Entol goes back into the fight, but they will meet the dunks. The man himself, nano boosted by Jax B, who himself is trying to get away with murder. He's dying very quickly though, as IDDQD picks that one up. Nico decides to retaliate with his own Dragon Blade. That's going to be an offense again, completely squashed by Rivals Gaming. Sailor Scouts needs to find some ground in order to get things going.
It was a bit odd to start that fight with the Reinhardt going in and getting picked immediately, but they came back pretty well. Sailor Scouts still have some ults up, so look for Whole Hog this fight. But it's not good if Zen gets picked immediately.
What do you think they could change in their composition right now? I don't see any fundamental changes in how they've been playing. And honestly, with 3 ultimates, soon to be 6, I don't think that's going to change too soon. But with less than 2 minutes going, Sailor Scouts needs to do something if they want to win this one.
I think a Winston would actually be good just to disrupt the Torbjorn and the Genji, but oh no.
Immediately after using the Air Shatter, Surly Sheep goes down very quickly. Stargazer will switch to D.Va, and that could be the deciding factor in this game. Who knows? A minute and 30 seconds going. Rivals staying strong, holding their position. 3 ultimates on their side, soon to be 5. And Nico is an absolute monster, especially if he gets nano boosted. And here we go. Fearless nano boosted with the ultimate. That is going to be destructive. No healing for you as the grenade works its way onto Tachikoma. Quake goes down to Fearless on a rampage. Surly Sheep is the only one picking a trade here, but that won't matter too much as the win goes to Rivals.
So much damage coming out that fight. Just can't do anything against a Roadhog.
Bit of sneaky play here from Fearless. I like that. I like them going for the plays they know they will get away with. Even if they trade Jax B, that doesn't matter too much. The payload isn't going anywhere. As a matter of fact, it is going back slowly but surely. And oh boy, that pick!
They have a grab ready, so the soldier and the grab would have been pretty good to force the issue and maybe get that point, but without him, just another Genji Blade taking out everybody.
I love the synergy coming in from Rivals Gaming here. Look at that kill feed. This is all red. A team kill coming in. Rivals Gaming will definitely win this game. 8 seconds left, and Sailor Scouts need something right here, right now. A Hail Mary from their team. Can they get to the payload? They can. Overtime is called into play. Sailor Scouts are still in this. Contested, though. They can't move forward. Ooh, that ultimate is going to be big. No, not even a single kill from that one. And Surly Sheep does pick up 2.
Did clean up. Can she stay alive, though?
Oh no, that Flame Strike going straight onto the payload. A bit of a misplay here from Surly Sheep. Ah, that beautiful hook. Tachikoma goes down immediately. Stargazer doesn't have a mech anymore.
Still on it, though.
They are trickling down on the payload.
Ryan, I would have preferred it on the Zarya since she has grab, but maybe they can hold it on.
Slowly but surely making it happen. IDDQD getting healed right now by Quake. This might happen. Payload is moving forward, and Rivals Gaming are not doing much to stop it right now. They do have 3 ults. Alien 42 is using his. He's going to go all the way. Prefers to get the ult going in.
Oh, this is a really...
Yeah, this is very long. It's moving forward. Only 1 kill, but Tachikoma is definitely a priority pick here. The Dragon Blade, you can't go up there. But Nico will still find a target in Quake, and that is dangerous. Don't let her go down.
Good sound barrier right there to mitigate the damage coming out. Surly still alive, kicking around in this fight. Can she pick Yana?
A couple of good trades coming in from Sailor Scouts. Rivals don't have an ultimate anymore. And Sailor Scouts do have 2. Surly Sheep could
through that shield.
If that shield goes down, the ultimate, the Earth Shatter, that could work in their favor. Surly Sheep with 2 kills there. Very important picks. No Earth Shatter used. That means she still has it for the upcoming fight. That could have maybe assured them the checkpoint here. That might be it.
Probably going to be the first point. So really good ult economy so far. Sailor Scouts, they still have 2 ults up. Visor coming up soon. Grav might take a little while, but hopefully they can get this point versus a no ult team.
Stargazer going pretty low right now.
No more mech.
No more mech, indeed. That fight will be difficult with the ultimate from Junkrat happening. And then, wow, 2 targets down. Stargazer and IDDQD are the victims here. Nico is making more widows. Oh, boy, look at this, man. Going. Sailor Scouts is completely destroyed.
That was a bit brutal. They thought they had that point for a split second, and they took it away from them.
Man, Sailor Scouts really had something going there.
They did.
They found a good pillar. Surly Sheep was doing a lot of good things for her team. And honestly, if that first Earth Shatter would have been called, they would have even had less of a chance of doing anything. But when it did get called into play, it didn't have as much of an impact as we thought. That first match really looked like Sailor Scouts wanted to prove their worth to rivals, and honestly, it worked out because that last sequence, pretty good.
They might have held the grab a bit too long when you think about it. The grab came in, didn't get anyone. Maybe might have wanted to use that as they were staggered to wipe them out without the Rhine, but without that happening, they still did pretty well, considering.
Absolutely. I mean, from the plays that I have seen so far in that last map, I can honestly say Sailor Scouts is not out of this game yet. A lot of people completely disregarded them because, of course, the records are opposite. We have an 8-0 and an 0-8. And this is a difficult spot for Sailor Scouts because they do want to prove that they belong in this league, this league. And honestly, of course they do. We've been saying that all season. We've had the preliminaries, and they've won their way into the season and to the league. But this is a bit more. This is the playoffs. This is how
Every
champions
team
are made.
wants it a bit more at this point.
Exactly. Everyone is hungry for the win. Man,
Lijiang might be that map, though.
Exactly.
Lijiang is always that map where underdog teams always sneak through. So if they could get maybe a good first rotation on the Lijiang map, maybe they could take it to 3. We'll see.
What could be the composition for Sailor Scouts coming into Lijiang Tower?
I really want to see them kind of get off the Mercy. It's
Really?
a little bit of a crutch as a team to use, but if you use the Ana, you could get some good picks. The Biotic Nade, so helpful. You saw rivals use the Nano Blade so effectively in that game, just wiping them completely. So,
I mean, Jax B, probably the most famous player in the league for his Diva play, not his Diva play, sorry, his Mercy play. And he's decided today he was going for the Ana. And right now, Jax B going on Widowmaker. I mean, he does have the right aim. Quake is also mirroring Jax B in that Widow pick. That could be very interesting.
I don't see the Widow Hounds are coming out.
Well. Let's see what the compositions look like right now. Rivals Gaming.
I do like the Winston. Winston is a good adjustment from the last game.
Okay, on the side of Sailor Scouts,
On
of
the
course.
side of Sailor Scouts,
IDDQD
of
could
course.
do a lot with that. Stargazer still going for Diva. Bit of a comfort pick right now. We need those.
The Orisa is probably going to be to pull them off the edge and into the void over there, but if Sailor Scouts does decide to set up on that side.
Bit of cheeky play here. Mixie is probably going to try a couple of pushes off the map,
We're
too.
going to see some Meichis.
That could be interesting. Now, see, this is what I like from Rivals Gaming. They don't necessarily go for the safe composition. They are trying stuff out. Maybe this will change in the next 20 seconds, but Sailor Scout's going for something pretty off base, too. Now, we have... the Widowmaker just switched in the favor of Mercy, as we have discussed earlier. Now, Tachikoma going for 76.
Farah,
Five,
pretty
four,
good adjustment.
3,
Farah could knock people off
1.
pretty well.
Round
Jax B can
1.
actually switch on
Capture
to that.
the objective.
Zenyatta. Fearless going for Ana in this round. Now, very fair but standard composition from Sailor Scouts. Let's see what they do with it. Entol
Punch gets bumped off.
now, first blood drawn, and Tachikoma is the victim of that. Surly Sheep going to try to take down that shield as much as possible. Can't let your team be bullied into submission. Surly Sheep still in the air, albeit maybe having a bit of difficulty keeping herself there. Man, those shots are happening on the side of Rivals Gaming. Fearless.
So much.
Whew. Getting healed up, but that doesn't matter too much. If you can't approach this center, you can't do much. Sailor Scouts will be pushed back.
And we saw the Lucio being so crucial at the start of that fight, picking off the DPS and actually really hurting Sailor Scout's attack on the first point. Here we go again.
I mean, I talked to Entol yesterday, and he was pretty confident in his team's ability to win it all in the Montreal Overwatch League, and I understand why right now. Entol's confident play makes him move forward quite a bit, really goes for the right picks at the right moment. Jax B, in the meantime, going for Stargazer and Nico. Beautiful play with a Dragon Blade. Can't quite pick up Quake, though. He's chasing. Ooh, he's going to receive that rocket right in his face. Surly Sheep, that's a nice pick. They have to capitalize on Nico not being there for the next couple of seconds. He will come back very quickly.
Ana. There we go, onto the Ana. Hopefully they can get her down. That's a good pick to start this off. Can they pull it off now?
Two of them, Dunks and Fearless, are now out of this fight. Jax B picks up Tachikoma. Again, that's been the name of this round so far.
Another good pick.
Absolutely. Entol is going to be disrupting that play, though.
That was a lot of ult. Are they going to hold this now?
A lot of color on the screen right now. Surly Sheep still has her ult. She can use it whenever she wants, but no deflection. That rocket is going to find Nico, though. Beautiful play. Fearless and Dunks are on the prowl.
D.Va's still going to hold on to this. I don't know if that was good, though. Very big stagger right now.
Dunks and Entol are still working their way into a win for their team. Rivals Gaming is irreproachable.
The good part about that is Rivals went through all their ults while Sailor Scout still has 3. And you could argue that they're the 2 most dependent ults right now. So you have the Winston ult and the Pharah Rocket Barrage. So if she could get a good flank, it could be the end. Here we go.
Monstrous gets killed immediately, and Nico finds Surly Sheep with the Swift Strike. But too little too late for the side of Sailor Scouts. Rivals Gaming still in the lead, 1-0 in Lijiang. What can happen here right now for Sailor Scouts?
Not sure, to be honest. I really want them to get off that Mercy, though. I want them to switch to a Zenyatta, maybe even Ana. The Zen would help in melting the front line, but then again, you have to keep your DPS alive.
And once again, Rivals Gaming changing their composition, understanding that Sailor Scouts is probably going to want to change theirs, answering with a Doomfist. Dunks is going on Reinhardt too. Entol switching to Zenyatta. This is a very good composition for Rivals Gaming, very centered focus.
We want a scrap team. Very scrappy.
Absolutely, the trash damage already coming in from Jax B. IDDQD going so low, the barrier going to help her out, but she's still falls to Entol. This fighting composition is working out for Rivals. Look at this play. No. Alien 42 going straight in there. No fear.
McCree ate a fist to the face. It's not what you want to eat as McCree.
Charging the punch, and boop. You are out of there. Fearless picking up Mixie on that one. And we are still proceeding on Rivals picking up that capture point.
What's good about Doomfist is he already almost has Meteor Strike. So they could combo that with a Reinhardt Shatter or Genji Blade. And they're going to look to hold this door mostly right now. Not let them out.
A bit of harassment coming in from the side of Rivals Gaming, sorry. Sailor Scouts will need to find a way back into this fight. 29% and going. Alien 42 very low, does not survive that encounter. Surly Sheep finally finding her proper aim. Nico, though, picks up 2. Tachikoma and Mixie are out of this fight. Dunks with the Flame Strike. This is a disastrous fight for Sailor Scouts. They need to find some way to creep into this building.
Oh boy. Alright. Some nano boosted then.
Well, a bit of a misclick there for Fearless. Will it change anything in this game, though. 4 ultimates on the side of Rivals. 2 are being used right now. Nico picks up 2 targets. Jaxby with his ultimate going to kill Surly Sheep and Tachikoma with 70% on the clock right now. We are nearing a Rivals Gaming win in this second map of Lijiang Tower. Until going back there, falling back with Nico, protecting him as much as possible. Surly Sheep is going to advance. They are going to have time to go back on this point. Fearless
pick.
Beautiful dodges. Oh my goodness. Surly Sheep's aim is beautiful in this fight. Here we go. The grenade. 2 picks for Surly Sheep. This is very good. The spells.
Get on the point.
How about dunks? Okay.
Bastion to wipe out everyone at the end.
This fight did not last very long. Rivals Gaming will pick up this second round of Lijiang Tower, and in the process will win this game 2-0 and will move on to the next step of the playoffs for the Montreal Overwatch League. Props to the Sailor Scouts. Not exactly the season they would have probably preferred, but
they were also dealt a really difficult hand tonight.
Absolutely.
Facing Rivals.
Absolutely. Honestly, I am looking forward to the next season already to see how they progress, how they improve their game, because from what we've seen both tonight and during the season, even though they didn't pick up a win, they learned from their mistakes, they improved their play, and if they find the right kind of synergy and maybe improve a couple of their pick decisions at the beginning of games, they could definitely steal a couple of wins, maybe more next season. I'm really looking forward to that.
Some of that is just adapting to the meta quickly, right? So tonight there was a big patch. There wasn't one yesterday. So once you know who could give you that slight upper hand, you could take advantage of that and maybe get a round off the other team. So
I think it helps a lot to have a good pick diversity for each player.
Absolutely.
We talked about this a couple of times tonight. Quake not modifying the Mercy pick, and even though that may not have been the very decisive factor for this game, because there were other problems in their compositions, it could have greatly helped their team in moving forward, especially in that last
fight.
Offensive fight, I'd say. It was a bit of a mess at the end of the first map, but it could have helped gain a bit of a lead in that fight, and could have done
what the Mercy
things.
changes really do is they make it really hard for Mercy to dive in and res that target, since you have the channel now. So once you have that in a big fight, you're going to want to prioritize your tank, but at that same time, you won't get the chance to, because you're just going to get picked immediately.
A lot of the tempo that Mercy had before is now squashed by the fact that you have to wait for those res, and you're better off simply not having anyone die on your team at this point. Now, we'll see how the meta develops around Mercy's recent nerfs and Anna's recent buffs. Of course, the obvious way of looking at it is just switch the characters, but it doesn't always work out that way. But at the end of the day, Rivals Gaming is moving on, and I mean, we've seen great things from them this season. We are still seeing great things from them during the playoffs. I'm really looking forward to their next opponent, which will be, if I remember correctly, Mirage. And now that's one hell of a fight.
That's going to be a good game.
Oh, yes. I know Mirage had a lot of problems during the season with some of their players not being able to participate in certain games. That may have lost them a couple. And now they are back in this fight. They are in the playoffs. They take things very seriously. Had a very good game yesterday against University of Montreal.
Looked very clean yesterday,
Absolutely. That was magnificent play. And with their original composition, maybe with one different player than we had at the beginning of the season, they could definitely give a run for their money to Rivals Gaming. So this is going to be interesting. This is the matchup for next week, though. In a couple of minutes after a short break, we will have the match between Concordia Gaming and Beaver Riders. Do not miss it because, I mean...
Hello. Concordia Esports president right here.
Don't miss it, guys. We are going on a short break. Be with us when we come back for the match between Beaver Riders and Concordia Esports.
It's going to be a good one.